Welcome back. In this video, we'll be talking about the expository essay, which is one of the foundational essay genres. Now, when we discuss writing and ELA in general, we tend to think of the purposes behind our writing. Why do we write an essay? What are we trying to accomplish? And there are three broad categories for the reasons why we write an essay or why we speak to an audience and so on. We can think of these categories using the acronym PI. So the first reason, or first big general reason, is to persuade an audience. So I may write an essay with the intent of arguing for a certain position or way of thinking or behavior that I want to promote. The second major category would be to inform. So I may not be trying to move my audience to do something or think a certain way. I may simply want to inform them about a topic. So a newspaper article, for example, is more informative than it is persuasive. And the last big category between writing and speaking may be simply entertaining. So beyond trying to persuade and inform, I may want to entertain my audience. I may want to make them laugh or make them think about a certain issue through the use of humor and satire. So these are three big categories, reasons why one may write or speak. We have persuasion, we have information, and then we have entertainment. Now, an expository essay is essentially an informative essay. So we can think of expository as meaning to explain or to expound on a topic. So to exposit means to explain. And some other synonyms for this include expand, expound, and explicate. So you'll notice that the EXP is the common prefix between all of these. This typically means that you will be explaining or informing something through writing or speech. So an expository essay, again, is intended to explain, expand, expound, etc. Right? It is providing information about a topic, which means it is informative in nature. So an expository essay is not trying to argue or persuade the audience to do or think a certain way. It's simply providing information. This means that its tone and its subject matter tend to be neutral and objective. And so there isn't really a stance that the expository essay is taking. That doesn't mean that in a persuasive essay, you won't have some degree of exposition. Sometimes it's necessary to explain topics when trying to discuss them or to provide context about them. But the goal of a persuasive essay will still be to persuade, whereas with an expository essay, the goal is simply to explain and inform. Now, another big difference that one will see between an expository essay and a persuasive essay is that the expository essay features examples and the persuasive essay, will feature evidence. So another big difference is examples versus evidence. The reason for this is, again, the expository essay is trying to explain a topic, which would mean exemplifying it through the use of different examples or references. The persuasive essay is seeking to convince or sway an audience, which means using evidence, which can include examples, but does not necessarily include them. So the evidence instead is geared towards moving the audience to behave or believe in a certain way, whereas the examples serve to exemplify a topic that the expository essay is trying to illuminate or describe. So to review quickly, we have, again, the expository essay is one of the most basic and foundational. It is typically the first one that a beginning writer will work on, as it requires less sophistication and rigor, because again, you are simply explaining something. You're not necessarily analyzing, defending, reviewing, or persuading. So again, expository essay means to explain and provide examples for. So in future videos, we will go into more detail as far as how to structure an expository essay, as well as comparing and contrasting this essay genre with the other essay genres that we've discussed. Hopefully this provides some clarity as to the purpose of an expository essay. I hope to see you in our other videos in which we continue to break down this essay type and the others like it.